faith or belief in the fact that the cat will get
all the way to Europe, but there was none in that.
I'm trying to just lay my brick, or at least a couple. You know what I mean? I just want to lay a couple of bricks, so people can say, "All right, I remember that SaRa guy. He kind of laid one of the bricks to help us get."
Civilization is not that long.
And it's going to take another 1,000
and all the other civilizations like Egypt.
It's not going to happen tomorrow.
Okay.
It's too much.
Okay.
In my opinion, there's too much. This land fractions that don't like us.
So you
think it's going to happen tomorrow? In the coming months, you'll see, because I'm going to do a couple of videos on it. But yeah, in the coming months, you got to start something. I mean,
I just think, I think it's good. It's just that a lot of our people are very religious, and they do
all
follow.
my family's religious. Like all of my family are religious, whether they be Muslim or Christian. You know what I mean?
And I just think it's because I can understand what you're saying when you say you've reached a stage now after a number of years where you've now come to this decision where you will not sit at the table.
Yes.
So that is your prerogative, and from your experiences, that's what's saying.
Because I've had family experiences, personal experiences outside the family, and I've realised that this thing doesn't, it doesn't want anyone else. It's either you come with us, or we're going to burn. And it's like, bro, you're my family. Like, what are you talking about? Like, don't you want to see the best of me? Yeah, the best thing for you to do is to follow me. It's like, I'm my own person. Like, I got my own thoughts, I got my own feelings. I want to do my own thing. Now, if you do that, that's the devil. Or you do that, that's this. And it's like, can I live? Can I make my own way in this world? No, you got to do it this way. I'm like, I can't deal with that. I can't get down with that kind of thinking. I'm a person who wants to, you see something, I'm like, I'm going to do that. And someone's trying to pull me back from doing it. I'm like, no, I'm going to do that.
Because what you're doing now is a break from what helped to formulate your way of thinking. Because you have the surname Garvey and Marcus Garvey. He was a lot of his followers were religious. They were Christians.
But Marcus Garvey, no, they were. I totally agree with that. But Marcus Garvey was a guy who had to work within the confines of his time.
Okay, so it was the confines that, in a way, forced him to.
He had to. Who else are you going to work with? I'm in a position now where there are more people that are less religious that I can work with. In Marcus Garvey's time, he was in a position where everyone's going to church Sunday. That's it. What do you mean you don't go to church? You're crazy. But I'm sitting with people that don't give a damn about church or mosque or anything. So I live in a different time, but I still have the same goal. I still want to see black people do great. But I got the same goal. But that's why I took the name, because the bottom line is I want to see black people do best. So did Garvey, and he done it in the way he wanted to do it, and I'm going to try and do it in the way that I'm going to do it.
Can I just ask you a question? I just heard you saying, I don't know if you're talking about Garvey or Nation of Islam or whatever, but you're saying,
Nation of Islam right there.
No, sorry. Then you're talking about people, you're being dragged back by this kind of expectation of you might go to hell. But what if you kind of tinkered your thinking to think they're trying to draw you forwards into, like, because salvation or heaven doesn't have to be only after you die. Like we're told as Christians to recreate heaven on earth.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Exactly, so that's my point. So the threat of eternal damnation is only a threat if you're a solid, dyed-in-the-wall sinner. No. If you accept it as true,
right, okay, yeah.
And then you're a rebel because you're saying, listen, I don't want to listen to that. And now I can hang with atheist kind of people.
Agnostics, atheists,
But my
African
point is that
spiritualists, Native American spiritualists.
Got ya. But in your heart, if you're in a car and the man slams on the brakes, the first thing I imagine you're going to go, God. Like as you do that, like it's human nature to call out to something that's not you.
But the thing is that can be social though.
So my thing is that black people, religion has been taken to them constantly, and to white people and to Chinese people by missionaries who had, I believe, the best intentions at heart. They obviously wanted the native. They wanted the resources.
I think missionaries were the reconnaissance mission.
Okay, they wanted resources. They wanted to subjugate peoples and that. But the truly Christian people who went out there to bring the religion, apart from the bonus that people submitted to your government, I'm a genuine Christian and I believe in salvation. So therefore, I don't care what colour anyone is, because I know that the colour of Jesus is irrelevant because his blood was shed for me, and that blood was the same colour as my blood and yours. I don't mean to say that, no. I mean that the gospel writers thought it's so irrelevant that they didn't mention it. So I can infer from that he... No.
Revelation 1 verse 14.
That's revelation, that's a vision. I'm saying like the gospel writers. Do you see? Yes. So I can infer from that that he was the same colour as everyone else, because no one went, oh my gosh, there's that purple dude again. Like everyone knew he's just the same sort of. And when he went to Egypt, when he was fleeing from Herod, he obviously blended in. Exactly. But Herod's remit only extended. He was telling people, look in Judea. So they weren't on an undercover mission. They were just going somewhere where his authority didn't stretch full. So his colour, you can say his feet are as brass, but his hair is as wool. Yeah, but it's also like snow. So it's either a wet afro, or I don't know. It's the white. No, it's the whiteness. It's the whiteness like wool, and the whiteness, the whiteness like snow. And the burn. His eyes weren't orange. His eyes were not like fire. It could be. His feet, no, just his feet.
He's a burnt bronze
his
guy.
feet. His feet.
That's a burnt bronze man right there.
But it was his feet that were like brass in a fire. His eyes were like fire.
So you're telling me that his feet were like bronze?
I'm saying that's why he never wore sunglasses, because they would have been melted, because his eyes were like fire in the vision.
Yeah, but that's a description, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like red eyes or something, isn't it?
Yeah. And the face like lightning don't seem black to me. Any lightning I see is bright white. And I don't care, again, I don't care what colour he is. I care that his sacrifices. People, they're not a one people kind of deal. You've got Somalians, you've got. So racism for me, like it's a thing, like because I'm white, I can't be an Israelite. Apparently, I don't want to join because they have to wear the Flintstone outfits. I'm not down with that. But
I believe the Hebrew Israelites are crazy though.
Yeah, but we all are, to be fair, because we wouldn't be.
We're all crazy.
Yeah,
crazy
but I'm just saying that when you concentrate too much on colour, you could. Shade.
Yes.
I've got a daughter who's not my shade.
Correct.
And those Israelites tell me that my daughter is saved because
their dad's black.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
not
what the Israelites say. I know the Israelites talk.
So my point is that the thing I believe, like Pan-Africanism, and I don't know a lot about it, but I would say just focusing on one place or one time or one looking people.
Yeah, but the thing is, in a utopia, this is what I say to people. In a utopia, I would be for everyone. I would be about like everyone just do what you want, but we don't live in that. No.
I believe we were the unique.
Oh, I can't talk to you. I'm so sorry.
No, but I'm saying we don't live in that world. So I'm literally a product of the environment that I'm in. So when I look around the world and I see black people at the bottom of the social economic ladder,
do you see them enslaved in Islam? You see that? Okay.
Have you not watched my documentaries?
No.
Oh, sorry. You don't know what documentaries, man. How Islam treats black people. There's documentaries 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So yeah, I totally see that.
Yeah.
They treat black people worse than any.
So therefore, Islam in Africa is not a positive thing for black people.
No, I don't.
So that's my point. So taking Africa as a whole, Christianity compared to Islam, you could say that worship of ancestors and trees and all that is the highest ideal in your opinion.
Right.
But of the two Abrahamic, because I don't believe Islam is Abrahamic, of those two faiths, Christianity is teaching those people to worship the one God and to love their neighbours and their. And you said in a perfect world you would have love. It does.
Sounds cool. But in practice, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works for you.
No, that's just not how it
When you
works.
were a Christian, it didn't work like that for you, otherwise you would still be a Christian.
I think joining the Abraham religion stops critical thinking. That's just my personal view. It stops critical thinking. Because like I was saying to the guy there, like scientists are critical thinkers, right?
But science is only ever a theory.
Right, but scientists are critical thinkers, so if scientists will see you, him, her, and be like, okay, we're all different colours, and they'll say, how do we all get this
Let me ask you a question.
If we originated in Africa, where did the Chinese people come
Right, so
from?
that's what you've got to research, and the science is there to show their theory of how it came around, right? So, but what scientists are willing to do is, if this is what we found now and it changes, we'll change it.
Exactly.
Right, but listen, that is called growth. That's the beauty.
No, that's called finding out you were wrong.
No, you were wrong.
Exactly.
You were wrong.
But people with a religious faith don't believe that's a possibility because God isn't wrong.
But that's why I say it's not critical thinking. Because
I get what you're saying.
you can always be wrong.
from Israel.
I can, but God can't.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can be wrong about God because God has not verified
Of course.
anything.
Well, I've
It's
got
only
a
human beings
personal,
that-
but I've got a personal relationship that we'll put to one side.
Right.
All right, my last thing would be that if you
Which would be personal. Like
my
I said,
personal relationship with God, yeah.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all thing then?
No, and my critical thinking,
But Christianity is a one-size-fits-all.
no, it's not. It's a one way to God.
Which is a one,
There are,
all right,
there are
one way
people who
fits all.
follow the Mosaic law. There are people who do a special thing on a Friday. There's ones who have the Sabbath on a Saturday. There's
Yeah,
ones
that's
who
what I
are
was.
Catholic.
My
There's
family
ones
was 7
SDA. Okay, well they know the Bible then.
They really know the Bible.
I know, but they just miss out the
They
crucial
really know
little
the Bible.
bits.
But I'm saying...
No.
Sorry, go on,
My point
sorry.
would be that if you're talking about having an open mind, an inquiring mind, wanting to know the truth, even if it changes, that truth becomes wrong, then you shouldn't discount just because of the label of religion. You may be able to look into the Bible as a historical document and see the movement of black people throughout that book. If you claim that Christ was black, then he's the most important black man that ever lived. Do you see my point?
Yeah, if he did exist.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he did, because historically it's verified. No, not just to Christians, to Jews and to satirists and to historians of that time.
Well, to Abrahamic religious...
Satirists were taking the piss out of Christians for believing that they saw a dead man rise. At that time, they were writing their little plays.
I would have...
You'd have been an actor in them plays.
I would have said the same thing. I would have been like,
Yes,
you
no,
never
but
saw no dead man
that's
rise.
independent verification of his existence. Do you see? It's not biblical. It's extra scriptural. It's
Yeah,
historical.
but you still have proof for the actual event, though. You don't have proof for a man rising from the dead. There's no proof
it's
for that.
only the Quran.
You have people saying that it happened, but you don't have
You
the
have
actual proof.
500 witnesses, okay, and you have the Quran stands alone as the only very well-read book that says the crucifixion didn't happen. And it doesn't even say he wasn't crucified. It says that the Jews killed him, nor did
Yeah,
they
but
crucify him.
now you have to take that on faith, because you've got to go
I
against.
take that as a lie.
But you've got to go against your own logical thinking now. And you've got to say to yourself, logically, it makes absolutely no sense for a dead man to rise.
But,
Logically.
and I've heard you talk about this from the other way. And
So you've got to
someone
go
can
against
die
your
in a
own
hospital.
critical
No,
thinking.
someone in this day and age can die in a hospital, maybe not for 3 days, but there was a case in the paper the other day where it was a very long time, and I thought, how are they not brain dead? But the body can rise again after
3
clinical
days?
death. No, but there was a case recently.
Not 3 days.
But he's God.
3 hours?
My point is he's
But he's
God.
God. Ah, okay. That's the
He
back
is.
door. But I'm saying that's the back door. That's
Right, so
like
about critical
that's like,
thinking.
all right, he's God. That's like, all right, he's good anything.
About critical thinking. My thinking became more critical when I truly committed to my faith, because I was far away from God for a long, long time. But once I had to start polemicizing Islam, that's a bit of a number, really. But then you have to become more critical, because you have to critique your own actions all the time. I have to know what to repent of. I have to know how to best reach someone with a message if I'm trying to bring it to them, and I have to try and live my life according to values that don't restrict me. They allow me to love more people, because I have to love enemies as well, which is it's not fun all the time, but it doesn't restrict me. I'm able to be a better person. My life is better because of
It's
it.
done good for you personally.
And my critical thinking, even though I'm a woman, so it's a good job I'm not a Muslim, I think is more, because I'm like studying theology, it's more, I take them as fact until I can rationally disprove them. And even then, I would
backwards.
say, no, even then,
No, but that's backwards, because you don't take
I'm not a
something as
legalist.
fact
I'm not a legalist.
until you can
because
disprove
no,
it.
because I have
You have to prove it to be a fact.
no, because I have religion and I have faith that they're revealed by God. I will believe them until I can find a rational belief to counter that.
I would say that that's again stopping critical thinking, because
But that's why it's religion and not science or legalism. If I'm a
so when I said
solicitor,
before
I
that
have to get.
religion stops critical thinking, that's what I'm saying.
No, but
because
my thinking-
if you take something as a fact before it's actually proven to be a fact, then you're not being critical
If
within
your
your thinking.
father, who you trust and love, gives you something as a fact, he says the fact is you will be in bed by 10 o'clock, young man.
Right.
That's a fact. You don't have to disbelieve that one bit, because you know your dad and you know he ain't playing. You're in bed by
Yeah,
10.
but he could run late. I
He
might not
could.
be in bed for 10
He
o'clock.
could, and that's your critical thinking.
That's right.
But you take it as a fact initially, and then you ponder the consequences if it doesn't
But that's
happen.
a child of the father, though. As
Exactly,
an
and God is my father.
adult, so you're the child.
Yes, I'm a child of God. So then I'll take his word until the brain that he gave me may kick in and go, oh, do
But
you know
your
what?
premise has started with something that has not been proven. That's my
Not
point.
science. It's been proven as far as
you
the lives of
started your
Christians.
premise.
The lives of Christians up to Christianity stopped infanticide in Rome. It promoted monogamy. It stopped abortions. It stopped capital punishment. It was instrumental in the end of slavery. Or not, slavery hasn't ended.
But your premise, your starting premise is God exists,
but
right?
that's my proof up to this point.
Yeah, but
I'm
what's
not
your starting
starting
premise?
when it was written. I'm starting with all the knowledge of previous Christians to start with, and
Right, so
they
you're-
lived by it.
Right, so I was saying, your starting premise is God exists, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it wasn't always, but now it
But
is.
now, that's what I'm saying. So your premise starts as something that hasn't even been proven.
It's been proven to me. No, but it has.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't say it's
But proven to you is subjective.
Yes, I don't say it's an objective fact for you, other than everything here is created, and I don't.
You know the Muslims say the same thing, right?
I don't care what Muslims say to be
I'm just
frank.
saying,
I'm
that's
only
the
here
same
once
thing.
a week. I don't do this
They
stuff.
say like, oh, this is Allah's earth.
No,
Allah
I'm not.
created this.
No. Well, the Bible does teach that it shows its own creation, but you don't think that just popped into being, that mic. It had to have a creator, so that's logical to me.
Right.
That was created for sure. It looks like a bunny tail. It's not a bunny tail. It was created. It didn't.
But
just,
was it created?
Nobody created God. It was created.
It was
That's a
created,
logical
Or did
conclusion.
it already always exist in one way, shape, or form?
Nope.
Yeah, it did.
No, it existed as an idea once. If you want to go like that.
All this stuff existed.
No, nylon wasn't a thing until the 60s.
No, did you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always existed in one way, shape, or form.
That's
which is
right.
quite a wide kind of criteria.
Right. So nylon comes from what?
It comes from the 1960s,
No, but
some
what does it come
invention. Oh, I don't know, poly something or
Which
other.
existed, right?
No, plastic didn't exist.
In what form? What is plastic?
Do you see what I'm saying?
No, but I know.
Yeah, no,
What
I
is
do
plastic?
get it. Those elements, those building blocks existed. I get
Everything
that.
that's already existed
I
in
get
one way,
that.
shape, or form.
But before there was
So nothing actually
electricity,
gets created. It's
even
already
though
here.
there's lightning and static electricity, before Edison or whoever it was, I can't remember, like did that kite thing and then found the wires and the copper, blah blah blah. Electricity could be said to have existed, but there were no light bulbs. So my point is that light bulb was
In one way, though.
in no way was
In
there a
one
light
way,
bulb
shape, or
before
form. Not a light
electricity
bulb.
was harnessed. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying.
So that.
But the light bulb already existed
that
in the
as a-
shape of sand. 'Cause that's what glass
Right,
is.
all right, but that as a microphone in its purpose could not have existed before audio equipment was invented to capture sound. Do we agree to that? Because now you're just being...
No. I think the way we view the world is different.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the way we view the world is different. So I say energy is everything and everything is energy, right? And so E equals MC squared.
It really does.
So E equals MC squared. What would be? Yeah, I know. So E equals MC
What, like that you
squared.
mean? That's quite circular.
E equals MC squared. So everything has already existed. And
No,
exists.
energy just equals mass times something
Right, and that's what
squared.
everything is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's
everything
saying
is
there's
mass
no
energy.
energy? I'm not arguing that.
I'm saying everything is energy.
I'm saying, can you accept that this microphone, before it was manufactured in a factory, even though all its atoms and
Right.
necessary components were in existence,
Yeah.
did not exist
this
as a
form.
$24.99
It did not exist
microphone?
in this form.
Exactly.
I agree.
So therefore, there was
But
a
it did
time-
exist.
Yes, in
a different
yeah,
form.
But therefore, I did not exist at one point. God
No, you never.
Yes.
You always existed. In one shape or form.
Yes, but if my mum hadn't have been born, I myself, with my thoughts and my mind and my DNA, would not and could not have existed.
In this form, no.
Back to my point, if something is created, there must be some logical design.
Transformed. That's my way of
So
viewing
it
the
just
world.
happened by itself.
No, it transforms.
Well, all the elements, all the atoms, just like in some sort of magic show, just came together, and then this fluffy bunny tail microphone.
Transformed.
Yeah, they transform themselves into a fluffy bunny
No,
tail
another
microphone.
energy.
I just like saying fluffy tail.
Other energies transform this
And
into
could
this
those
form.
energies be ascribed to a human being who
Yes.
sat in a factory?
Yes, they
Got-
can.
Yeah. So the energies that by transmutation or whatever
Transformation.
got transformation
Yeah.
and mutation got this earth into its current form.
Yeah. That's what
Could that
energy
be
does.
ascribed to a persona in your?
If you want to.
Aha.
But you would have a hard time prescribing it to a persona. If I was to ask you
Ascribing.
ascribing it to a persona. If I said to you, okay,
wouldn't.
cool, it's God. If I would say to you, it's God.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, what is God? Trying to describe what that is.
No, I don't have to describe the persona. I just have to know that
Describe
logically,
it
with
as
rational
persona.
thinking, I can ascribe a personality to the creator because of his creation.
Personality.
Or persona, like some intelligent design, a mind.
No, you're an intelligent designer.
So this had an intelligent designer, a designer who knew that this fluffy stuff, I don't know what it's for, but it made the mic a bit better than a mic without fluffy stuff, or it made it cheaper or something. So my creator, or the creator of the heavens and the earth, I can say that that's not just a random, like mindless force, because of the way my eyes work, and they're perfect for looking at things because of the way human beings
Have you ever
procreate.
looked out in the sky?
I have
At
looked out in the
nighttime
sky,
and
yes.
seen all the stars in the sky?
Yes, I have.
Right. So if a star...
I know that they're not missiles for Allah to throw at whoever
I know, but
it is.
But if a star dies,
Yes,
supernova,
we don't find out for
blah, blah, blah,
years and
blah,
years and years because the light is still travelling to this eye.
right. So stuff like that happens,
Yes,
right? We may not have seen it.
yeah,
It is a possibility, and I do not know,
yeah.
that there's somewhere out there in that universe, there's a bunch of people having the exact same conversation that we're
It's
having.
completely possible.
Saying, it was God.
Possible.
And their God's name could be
Bob.
Bob.
Yes.
SaRa. I like that.
No, we're going with
It could
Bob.
be SaRa. Right? But I'm saying, there's too many possibilities for you to ascribe it to this God.
But we can
You just don't know.
rationally we can. We may rather ascribe it to something that had will and intention when creating rather the heavens and the earth. We can say that our ecosystem, wow, that's brilliant. It gets really hot, and then just when we're all sweating our nuts off, it's absolutely freezing, and we're standing in a park going numb. Like we can go, isn't that a good idea? Like it's not just cold all the time, and then all the plants die and we haven't got any crops. We can go, oh, there's a season for this and a season for that. There's,
Cold out here.
so am I. I'm going
I'm
very
gonna go home
soon,
soon.
and
I'm
I'm going to a
I'm
pub
telling
soon.
you, but go on.
But my point is that we can.
A pub?
Yeah, because I've got a cold, you might hear it, hot toddy. So my only point is that if you discount even the rational idea of God, you're doing yourself a disservice as an intelligent human being. I believe so. Well, then you're on Judgment Day, if there is one, which there might not be for
Here come
you.
the threats.
No, there's no.
On Judgment Day.
No, I'm praying for you, bro. I'm praying for you because if you're so sure that you have to discount it,
You're doing so well.
Listen, I'm just saying if you discount, because I want to go home now.
Patronising, man,
It's
like-
not what I shouldn't pray for you.
No, please don't. I've got my own juju.
Mind your own business. I pray for who I like.
I got my own juju.
Your
Okay, I'm
own
gonna
juju.
praise. I'm gonna do my juju for you. Yeah.
Sweet, as long as it's positive. Nice, go for it, man. The point is
No,
that,
but
if you,
the fact is that I don't think that I need to give you my juju. That's what I'm trying to say.
bro, I don't want your juju. I don't even know what it is, man.
Right.
It's all getting
but
a
this is
bit
what I'm trying
like
to say.
lively.
No, but what I'm trying to say is the fact that I think that you need the thing that I've got.
You do.
Is
You think I
arrogant.
need? No, if we're having a conversation,
But you're saying, "Oh, I'll pray for you," as if I need
I
your
don't say
prayers.
you
Like that's a
need
very
it. I
arrogant
don't. No, I
statement.
don't say you need it because God is my God is my
My
judge.
God.
The God that you don't believe in, so he's not your God.
No, he's definitely not.
Exactly. So all I'm saying is a rational thinker will, and you're talking about probability and possibility, you will include the possibility of an intelligent creator just as much as not you then. A rational thinker will include that at one end of the spectrum just as much as they'll include absolute chaos and the world just popped out of nowhere from nothing, everything just exploded into
There's no
this.
such thing as nothing, by the way.
No, I know there isn't. So that's my point. You have to include all possibilities, however improbable, because whatever's left when you've rationally discounted them is the final analysis. Is
I think you're missing his point. Like,
his point is there is no God.
no. The fact that he said that there's no such thing as nothing, so
Yeah.
transfers.
But they're black holes. How do you explain them?
No, but that's still something, though.
The outside is or something. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Right. The implications of what he's saying is that everything has always existed in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Therefore, you don't need anything so-called external.
Right.
Because it's
So
been
why do you
continuous.
go? Why are you going home if you don't need anything external to yours? You're the.
I'm talking about reality itself.
So God is a reality for me.
Yes.
He's
So,
not.
so we're talking about subjective stuff, which is
Everything
why
to
we're
do
not
with
going
the
to probably
human-
get anywhere.
Everything to do with the human is subjective. everything. You're looking at him, you're seeing maybe a grey hat, maybe you've got colour blindness, maybe you're seeing a blue hat. It's subjective to you.
Right.
We can see the same crime happen in front
So
of us.
how do we come to an objective
Agreement.
reality? Agreement. Let's say agreement. Objective
We
agreement.
have to either agree to disagree because
Get
it's
a whip.
cold
Say, that's
out
what you
here.
like, isn't it?
You could, but I could start Enoch powering you. No, I'm joking.
All right, go on.
Right, so the point is that, yeah, we have to agree to some definition of terms, and then we have to agree to disagree a lot of the time, and then we agree that this is impossible and this is possible. And somewhere between them, rationally, unless we've got some mental illness, we have to say, I can say this, you can say this, and it's possible that it's in the middle, but your truth will remain
So
your
is
truth.
it possible that your God is a myth?
Not for me, it's not. It's possible that the stories that are told about him have been written down in a book. You know, that is possible because Muslims say that their God is my God. So that's, for me, is yes, that's a myth.
Right.
So that's possible, but I believe that the scriptures that I read and the God that I pray to hasn't revealed to me a myth in that, if that's helpful. I don't know. So it's possible, but I'll never, but maybe I will. But at this moment in time, I don't
believe that.
I don't believe that God is a myth. I believe that
Okay,
he's
that's
real.
honest answer.
Yeah, and
I
I
like
believe that
honest
he's real whether I believe in him or not anyway. Yeah, of course, because I'm not the ruler of this little universe. So just because I go, nah, mate, he don't go, oh, sorry, I never existed.
That whole premise is a discombobulated oxymoron.
No, it's really not. If you
Because
listen,
you're saying, even if you believe in
I'm
God
not
or
the
not,
author of creation.
that he actually exists.
Whether I believe him doesn't affect your reality, yeah? Unless I'm chasing you
Not
down the
unless
road
you're
with a
chasing down the
Bible.
whip, or
Yeah,
like, bop me over the head or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
But what I'm saying is if I start disbelieving in him tomorrow, he doesn't stop being God.
To
He
other
just-
people, not to
exactly.
you. To you, he stops being
God
God.
doesn't stop existing just because I don't believe in him.
So then where does God exist?
He exists within me here. I'm not pointing to my head, I'm pointing here. And
That's where God exists.
Everywhere.
God exists in people's
But we're
minds.
intelligent beings, so if he exists in our mind, it's for a reason. Do you see? Not as you don't mean you mean as a fantasy. I mean as an intellectual exercise.
I believe God exists. I believe God is a creation. By
God is a
humans.
creation. Oh, all right. Yeah, you believe that God is created in the image of man.
Yes.
And I believe that man is created in the image of
God.
Oh, sweet, we're on the same spectrum. We're just, one's going to hell. No, I'm joking.
You think there's not going to joke though?
I see you there, then, innit? I see you there.
No, you won't. You won't.
How do you know that?
Because I'm not going there. Oh, please, God.
Yeah, so that's a possibility, but you could go there, though,
Yeah,
right?
but I'm modified, like I'm
So I'll see you in hell, then.
in heaven. Yeah,
In
man.
hell.
You
can
see
have
me
a-
in heaven.
What is heaven?
We can have a beer.
What is heaven is the kingdom of God.
Right, I gotta go. It's too
Yeah, no,
cold
so
out
have I.
here.
It's freezing. It's the kingdom
You lot
of
take
God.
care, man. You lot take
like
care.
in the smallest, just for real.